All right, everybody. I got another book here. This one's actually good. The Boy Who Played with Fusion by Tom Kleins. Let's see if I can hold it up here a little bit, cover up my face. This book was actually very good. The subtitle is Extreme Science, Extreme Parenting, and How to Make a Star. The Boy Who Played with Fusion. And when we talk about fusion, we're talking about nuclear power. We're not talking about, Asian fusion, sushi plus lo mein. Anyway, this book, well, Extreme Science, Extreme Parenting, How to Make a Star. This boy is probably the smartest kid on the planet in terms of science. He's absolutely positively brilliant. He's a modern day Einstein. And he came out of nowhere. He had regular parents. They lived in the South, I guess, just north of Texas or somewhere in Texas, Texarkana or wherever. And they ended up moving a little bit. But anyway, this kid was interested in science, and his parents, they sort of facilitate his interest in science. And next thing you know, he's building nuclear reactors with parts that he procured one way or another. He's, talking to PhD level nuclear physicists, and he basically beat them all. I mean, he's smarter than all of them. Everyone who met him, didn't know what to do. He was beyond them. He was precocious. Precocious, a very good vocabulary word. Anyway, it's a great book. I highly recommend reading it. It's interesting. The only issue I have with it is where they call it extreme parenting. What I do every day is extreme parenting. What his parents did, in many ways, they actually did a bad job as far as I'm concerned. Sure, they drove to New Mexico and they let him go into mines and literally mine uranium and do all these things. They did facilitate a lot. And they got up and they moved all the way to Nevada so he could go to a school that was more, that was better, that was more flexible. Let's just put it that way. Called the Davidson Academy in Reno. And he went there and they were more accommodating and they gave him more wiggle room to do what he wanted to do. So, that was good that they would up and move. Not many parents would move over one town for their kids, and they moved. But let me tell you where I diverge with this characterization of extreme parenting. This kid should have been out of school completely. And they had him in school back in Texarkana. They had him in school in Reno, and it was always a drag on him. So why not just pull him out of school? 3 million kids today are homeschooled. And this kid is, Einstein. He's absolute positive genius. The stuff that he's inventing with fusion and with, I can't even explain what it was. And when you read this book, you'll hear the words that come out of his mouth. It's absolutely insane. Nobody knows where it came from. Two regular parents. They really didn't do anything that's that extreme. But nevertheless, it's a good book to read. I would encourage anyone who's interested in, accelerating their kids, extreme parenting, homeschooling, any of that type of stuff to check it out. If you're interested in science too, you'll love this book. All right, I'll leave it at that.